Avengers, assemble! I'm Andre, this is the Hero's Word, and I've always wanted to say that. Today I'm going to recommend some books starring Earth's mightiest heroes.
Avengers!
That's right, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is bringing us Avengers, the Infinity War. This has been cinematic dream in the making. 10 years of movies, but based on so many years of comic book lore that you couldn't possibly read it all. So I'm going to recommend some trade paperbacks starring Earth's mightiest heroes for you to check out so you can get hyped for the new movie. First up is going to be, of course, the Infinity Gauntlet. Now, that's not just an Avengers book. That is a book starring all the superheroes as they try and take on the mad god titan Thanos. So, first on your to-read list is the Infinity Gauntlet. Now, for those of you who want to check out the Avengers at their best, you've got to look for a book called Avengers the Red Zone. This is brought to you by Jeff Johns for when he worked for Marvel, and amazing art by Olivier Coipel. We have the Red Skull infiltrating the highest levels of the US government and unleashing a biological weapon on Mount Rushmore. The Avengers are mobilized to stop this threat, but it's too late. Millions have already died, and the Avengers are all poisoned. The Black Panther steps up to try and take down the Skull, and in one of the greatest moments in Avengers history, Iron Man takes off his helmet to revive Captain America, noting that Captain America is more important than Tony Stark. Great moment. This is the team working at its best. And of course, the bad guy does get stopped, but what is the price? Next up for me is going to be a book starring my favorite Avengers, but I don't really like the dude playing him in the movies.
That's true. He hates you the most.
But Iron Man is my favorite all-time Avenger. I will recommend to you Iron Man, The Armor Wars. In this series, Tony Stark finds out that other people have commandeered his armor schematics and are using it in all types of suits that are powered for destruction. He even goes after S.H.I.E.L.D. and other superheroes, so much so that Captain America as US agent has to be brought in to stop him. And this is such a great issue because we see Cap and Tony come into blows and they don't want to fight. They remember their friendships. They go back to show how Captain America trained Tony Stark just in case his bodyguard wasn't around to defend himself. This series brought Tony Stark into conflict with so many different heroes. It really tarnished Iron Man. But what he had to do to protect his armor and to protect other people from using it for nefarious reasons, it was a great read. Tony Stark is, he's one of these really, I would say, conflicted heroes, but I think in this book he was totally right. He had to make sure that anybody using a superpowered suit of armor was taken down just in case it was Stark tech. The God of Thunder has had many great reads, and I think one of the best ones in trade paperback form is called Thor Ragnoroks. Written by Michael Avon Oeming and incredible art by Andrea DeVito. I really loved this story. This is it. It is called Thor Ragnarok, and it is the end of the Norse mythology, the end of everything. And what does Thor do? He calls on his fellow Avenger brothers. Iron Man and Captain America step up to try and help Thor, but he realizes that this is the end. He realizes that he has to make the ultimate sacrifice, greater than what Odin did, and it might not be enough to stop this from happening. He does what he has to do. He sends back Cap and Iron Man, but his blood brother, Beta Ray Bill, comes in, and together they try and stop this catastrophe. Read this book if you've never read it. It is Thor at its best. I highly recommend it. Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, has had some great little short stories and a couple of amazing ongoing series in the past. But my favorite was one called Itsy Bitsy Spider, brought to you by Devin Grayson with fantastic art by J.G. Jones. In this one, we see her targeted by her replacement in new Black Widow. Amazing story, crisscrossing the world, globetrotting spy stuff, and action like you've never seen before. And to note, I think this is where they pulled Scarlett Johansson's blonde look for the Black Widow based on that new character, Yelena Belova. So check out Itsy Bitsy Spider. It's in trade paperback, and there's lots of other great Black Widow reads too. Finally, the big green monster, Bruce Banner, the Hulk, the most powerful Avenger in my book. This guy has had so many great stories, but my favorite one in the past little while was World War Hulk. Following the events of Planet Hulk, Bruce Banner is returned to Earth, and he wants retribution for all those who launched him into space. He sets up shop, taking over New York and laying a smackdown on all those who wronged him. Great story, great art. This was the Hulk almost becoming a villain, and if that happened, I don't think the Marvel Universe would be ready for it. So there you have it, a couple of books for you to check out before you go see Avengers, and I hope you enjoy that movie because it has been a long time coming. I'm Andre, and that's the Hero's Word. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the two that Uatu the Watcher has selected. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.